Greetings, Earthlings! Welcome to RFF Picks, and today is a memorable day in RFF Picks history. We have now hit two 25x, $40 to hit $1,000. We have hit this 2 times in the last 5 days. I've posted 3 YouTube videos in the past 5 days. The first one hit $1,000. The second one, we 2x'd it. And then the last play that we just posted yesterday hit $1,000 also. So really thank everyone who has commented, posted, and followed along. It's been just so many comments, and I've been seeing it. So really appreciate all of y'all that have tuned in. So first of all, I do have a play later on in the video, but this video will be a little bit lengthier because I do want to talk about some stuff. So here is the slip that we did end up winning. I know a lot of y'all ended up tailing this one, and I'm really happy you did, because I did put a decent amount of effort into this slip, and I got it out a little bit earlier for y'all yesterday as well. So here it is. Like I said, I feel sometimes it takes a little bit for some of these lines to generate. And I also, another thing on this play too, is I wanted to get it out because I feel like Counter-Strike starts at like 5 in the morning, and it starts in Europe and whatever. And so a lot of these slips were at 1 p.m. Central Time. I am recording from Dallas, so I live in Dallas. But here was the play. Beautiful. Valorant ended up going less on both of the picks here. And I was kind of semi-watching both of these two games. I had a feeling that it was going really well for us, like very early on, because Rebels and B8, I think they either went into overtime their first game or the first map, or these guys went into overtime the first map, because it was like 13-10. One of them did go into overtime. I just can't remember which game. And then Baz, he hit the like last 4 kills that he needed in like the final game of their game. And I was watching that one like sweating it out. And I didn't know how he was going to do, because it doesn't show the headshots. And I feel like a lot of y'all are in the same boat as well. But I figured he did, because he got a ton of kills. And I just feel like maybe headshots are about worth half of a kill, kind of. Just cause they're probably just so good, they probably headshot half the time. So I had a feeling that he was still going to hit this. And same thing down here as well. But another thing I do want to talk about also, in the video I even mentioned it, because this guy, I think on Underdog, his line was at like 34, and I talked about that in the video, that it's super important that even though it's 1 kill of a difference, that like it's massive, and it's showing on this slip how massive it is, because if he was 34, then we would have only 2x'd it and not hit $1,000. So that's one of the things I want to talk about, like when you're comparing to different books like Underdog and Hotstreak and like DraftKings and FanDuel or however other books there are, like you want to make sure that you're getting the absolute best line when it comes to prize picks, and that's what we're doing. I'm searching, I'm going around, and I'm also finding out, that these are the best lines, and not only that, but they are correlated as well. So we got a $1,000 win. Beautiful. I was just super excited today. So I don't know. The YouTube channel is going crazy right now, and really appreciate everyone. But here, just quick couple slides. Here are the last the YouTube video before was this one, and we lost, or we didn't lose, we did win. Miles always says, come out of the club with something. We came out of the club with something. We 2x'd it, but Zoc just completely annihilated our play here. He got half the amount of kills that we wanted, but it is what it is. Like you could see the correlation working, and we ended up 2x'ing, and then here was the play that we won on Friday morning or Friday afternoon. Really love the League of Legends plays. Whenever I can dabble them into slips, I will. Right now, there's only like 1 League of Legends play, and it's starting at like 4 in the morning. And so I didn't want to really post that one. I didn't feel comfortable, because I know a lot of y'all, I feel like, will wake up in the morning potentially and get these plays out. So I don't want you to be asleep for me to give out a play, but I do know League of Legends is mostly like on the weekend, so we'll always put those in if it's available. But there was another win for those. I feel like a lot of y'all were on this play as well. So, oh man, it's just beautiful right now. It's going swell, and I'm winning money as well. It's not. I was just thinking about it, like, I mean, I won $2,000, but I feel as if I'm thinking about y'all and the channel a lot more than I am myself. before I started this channel, I was putting like $20 on these plays, and sometimes I wasn't even doing 6-man flexes. I was doing like 5-man flexes. Even in the past, before that, when I first started Prize Picks, I was doing 2-man plays. And so I just really want to hit these like 6 out of 6s, and the ability to get these like, 3 subsets of plays, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. To me is just huge. So putting it in a beautiful like 6 out of 6 play just looks really good. And the odds are low, but I don't know. I feel like we're kind of up to something right now, and I feel like y'all believe that as well, because to me it just makes so much sense. I've been playing video games, I guess, for the last or my entire life pretty much. But I've been playing like League of Legends and Counter-Strike from like the day that they were brought into this world. And so I just feel like the ability to pair up these guys together is just really strong right now. And we want to take advantage of that before, Prize Picks starts payout shifting us. And so keep following along, obviously, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell as well. I was working on this today, started an RFF Picks Instagram. Finally, it's something I've been wanting to do for a while, but I figured like today was probably the time, because now I feel like I can kind of get y'all to run over to this Instagram. And so, maybe I'll be posting plays on there as well. I don't really know what I'm going to do, but I just felt like obligated to have an Instagram for Real Friends and Picks. And we do have our RFF football Instagram on there as well. We post a lot of memes. So maybe I'll start posting memes on there and stuff too. I don't really know what I'm going to do with it, but I just figured, it'd be good to have people maybe even just like message me, like get in contact. It'll probably be a lot better to do that on Instagram than it can like more on like a YouTube. I do have a full-time job still. So, don't think that I just have all this allotted time. One thing I am doing is I'm putting our plays on Winnable as well as YouTube. So I am allotting time out of my day to do that. And then even searching for the plays takes some time too. So don't, expect me to reply, but I just feel like Instagram overall is like a little bit easier to get in contact with people. And I can't kind of like collaborate on posts with our RFF Picks and Real Friends in Football Instagram as well. So I did that on this DJ Khaled little short that I made. So got to give a little shout out to Miles, because Miles did create a Panthers video on our main YouTube channel. And I feel like if for those that, aren't contributing money into these plays, like aren't tipping us or subscribing to our Winnable, whether that be our monthly or our weekly, I feel like one thing that y'all can do is hit the bell on our Real Friends and Football channel. Miles works very, very hard on these videos that he makes. So if you need to find or want to find a way to help us outside of just like throwing us cash, which we would accept your cash, love your cash. But if you can't do that, and I know because there's probably people out there that are 18 years old, whatever, just give us a comment, give us a like, watch our videos in full on our main channel on YouTube or even on this channel. Just like we're spreading the Real Friends community as much as we can. Maybe we're even going to start like a Real Friends and Gaming channel. I don't really know yet, but that's kind of the goal. For those who don't know, Real Friends is kind of like a friend group within all of us. And there are a few of us that kind of like started our own like Real Friends thing, because we're real comfortable in front of the camera and we're super into football, and we started a podcast and like all this stuff. So everything that we do and see is Real Friends. So if you see like Real Friends in Picks, Real Friends in Hoops, Real Friends in Football, that all comes from our like original friend group. So that's kind of like how that happened there. And so once again, here's like our Real Friends community. We started our Real Friends in Football channel 2 years ago. We're up to 33.4, I believe, thousand subscribers on that. So that is the channel that Miles posted that video. So if you can give us, watch those videos in full, like, comment on those, that is just massive for our channel, because every time that you're able to like watch our video in full, then YouTube kind of like sees that and it pushes it out to a lot of people. So Real Friends in Football is something that like me and Miles are really, really passionate about. And Real Friends or RFF Picks, that's another thing that we're also very passionate about. But this is kind of like very new. Like we started this 2 months ago. So that's kind of like our baby, I guess, Real Friends in Football. So been doing that. But we pretty much have 4 channels that we're kind of posting across. So if you want to give us a subscribe to all of those. But Real Friends in Football is definitely like our main thing. Very passionate when it comes to football. But when we started Real Friends in Football, we wanted to actually talk about gambling on that channel a lot. So we are going to do that a little bit more on RFF Picks, especially when like football season rolls around. I don't know how many of y'all are into football. I feel like most of the crew here is esports, or maybe it doesn't even matter to y'all. I don't know if y'all just want Prize Picks plays. I don't really know. But I feel like Prize Picks is one of those things that like everyone has a Prize Picks. Like as long as it's legal in your state, you have a Prize Picks. And so that's kind of the why we started this is, we were out here making these plays on Prize Picks, and we just felt like Prize Picks, everyone does Prize Picks. So that's kind of what started us to do that. But on the Real Friends Football channel, initially, we did talk about like, game by game spreads. We talked about future bets, like all this other stuff on there. But we kind of transitioned into more of like a generic football channel onto there. And then we subset channel RFF Picks. So that's kind of how we started this. We've been doing this for 2 months. And we're up to 814 subscribers. So really, really appreciate every single one of you that has commented positive things onto this channel. We are here to win money. You can see it below. I have been gambling for 12 years of my life. Over the past 3 years, I've taken gambling a lot more seriously. I do EV positive gambling. I do correlated betting. And so even if you can see from that first year, even probably when I started gambling, you could see I was kind of learning the system a little bit. And then I kind of hit this like up and I'm like, oh man, I think it clicked. So a lot of the things that I do, the way we gamble here at RFF Picks, it's very calculated. Every bet that you see has some sort of like math involved to it, or there's some thought behind it. A lot of people out there, when they post these Trent's one of those guys that doesn't love what he does, honestly, but I feel like he's more of like a for fun gambler, which is fine, and he has a community out there. But we do smart betting. We want betting to be like a form of income. I have a 7% ROI. That's like the stock. That can be like a stock market for you. And I feel like gambling has this degenerate negative connotation to it, but it can be positive. We can beat the books, and y'all are kind of seeing it through the last like 3 videos that we've made, how we've won over $2,000. So that's kind of what it is. I've logged every single bet on my Action Network, 7,000 bets that I've created on there. So feel free to, like I said, give us a subscribe on all these channels. Find us on RFF or Real Friends in Football across Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all that kind of stuff. And then now RFF Picks. I believe Miles created us a Twitter as well. I didn't post that on this video, but hit us on the Instagram. That's probably where we're going to be posting a lot more content outside of just YouTube. And so here is our Winnable. Winnable is a social media for gambling. I know a lot of y'all already on the channel are on our Winnable. What that is every single free play or any YouTube play, I'm going to be posting on that. Someone kind of said it best. It's like OnlyFans except for guys. Or I guess OnlyFans are for guys also, but like for guy creators maybe. So Winnable's kind of like that, to where we're guy creators. Me and Miles, my comrade Miles, we're up there posting plays on our Winnable. So everything from YouTube that you're going to see is going to be on our free plan. So after that I post this video, I'm going to post it on our Winnable. You get a free text or email of the play that we make, and then our MVP plan is going to have every single one of our plays. One of our plays, actually, one of y'all asked, it lost, and I think it was yesterday that I posted it. Yeah, so today we almost hit 2 $1,000 plays because we lost by 1 kill. He was 1 kill away from us beating a 6 out of 6. So that ended up going 5 out of 6, and we 2x'd it. So we're just massively killing it on these correlated esports plays right now. So if you want to sign up for that, then at the checkout, type in RFF. You get it discounted for free, 1 month free. Try it out. Like I said earlier, I kind of know that some of y'all might not have like the money into it, but to me, I think it's a good investment because we're going to be posting a lot of plays, and I've already won $2,000 in the past 3 days, and that kind of covers the entire, like, all the plays, right, that you're going to get for the rest of the year. And I feel confident that you are going to win over $150 a month. Like, I don't think we would price it that way unless we believe that you can. So another thing I also wanted to say is make sure to keep your unit kind of the same. Don't get like too excited and start gambling too much, or upping your unit too much. try to stay even keel all the time. As you can see, every single play that I make, even when we were kind of losing, I feel like all of March we were in a little bit of a drought. I always kept betting $40 like every single play, just because I stuck to it. That's what I want to do. So I want y'all to find a comfortable amount of money that you're willing to give up, and just keep doing that all the time. Obviously, you can increase it slightly as much as you want, but don't be like, oh, this guy's hit 2 in a row now. Now I'm gonna do a $100 play or whatever. Like, don't do that. Don't be outlandish. Like, keep it close to what you're comfortable with, right? So here is going to be finally the play of the day. Like I said, I tried to find some guys that are later on in the day. There were some earlier ones that I did like a little bit, and I had a League of Legends one that I liked, but it was at 4 in the morning, so I was like, hey, that's like 5 hours away from when I'm making this video. So I try to make them all later on. I know there are going to be some of y'all in the morning making these bets as well, and I wanted to keep it from video creation all the way to, you know, when these plays start. I want to try to make it as lengthy as possible, and you'll probably see that in the NFL. Like, we'll probably be posting the NFL college football plays maybe on like a Tuesday or Wednesday or whenever all these plays get generated. We're gonna start posting them like very fast. So once again, we do correlated betting here. So what we have here are we're matching up two, 2, and 2, right? So we have Lucky going against B-Stick. So we're hoping that this game is a very it's completed very quickly. We want this game to not go into overtime. Not what happened today, where there were these long drawn out, you know, games within both maps. We want one of the teams to just stomp the other, and if that happens, regardless of which team it is, both of these guys are going to hit their less targets. So we're doing less and less. And we see that a lot of the times. Even say these guys go more, it's always like the 2, right? So if you go back and review a lot of our slips most of the time, you're gonna see like, all right, 4 hit and then like these 2 didn't, right? So we always want them to shift the same direction, right? At least when it comes to Counter-Strike. When we pair up League of Legends teammates together, we want them to both be on the same more or the less, because that game is very snowbally, right? So then on the guys at the bottom, we have Nefany and Deco going against each other, and then Forrester and Sense playing against each other as well. So you saw it at the beginning 3 plays that I posted here. We just want these to be long, drawn-out games between these guys right here. So very similar to like a football situation, to where, you know, Patrick Mahomes is throwing it to his teammate, Travis Kelce, and then you got Tua throwing it to Tyreek Hill, and say the Chiefs go up early, and so therefore the Dolphins have to come from behind and pass the football a lot. You see that, and we did that throughout the NFL season, college football season, to where we had passing yards on both. And so the ability to pair up either teammates or opponents is very strong. And I said it earlier in the video, to where we're not pairing like an NHL person with an NBA person and an MMA person and a golf person. That's not what we do here. Every single one of our plays kind of has a story behind it, right? So we want these Counter-Strike games or maps to go into these very long games. Like, we want it to go 13 to, or at least, you know, the bottom 4, right? We want them to go like 13 to 10 and 13 to 11, stuff like that. And if that happens, then everybody on the team most likely is going to hit their over on their kill total, right? So that's what we do. Really, really appreciate everybody that has followed along. Like I said, if you want to support us, follow us on our Twitter, Real Friends, or rff.football on Twitter. I think it's the same thing for picks. I'm going to try to get everything coordinated a lot better. Maybe I'll have it at the bottom left outside of that Einstein. I'll put all of our, you know, social medias that you can go follow us. But the Instagram that we did post is up there as well. I will tag RFF Football into our bio so you can follow us there as well. But if there's anything you can do for us to give back, that's what we really, really appreciate, because we are wanting to push this whole YouTube thing, our Real Friends community, very, very hard. So best of luck on this play, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace out.